This is my Mercedes 300E. It's a 1989 model, which makes it 24 years old. It's had two owners and I'm the third. The last owner polished it all the time and took it to Mercedes for servicing. When we purchased the car, we found a couple of minor faults, which I'm going to go into. But the first fault was to change the battery. The ABS braking system needs 10 volts constant voltage, and if your battery's not up to scratch, your ABS light will come on. So we changed the battery, and now I'll go into a couple of little faults under the bonnet. When I first got this car, one of the problems was that we had the smell of fuel, petrol, when we shut it down or started it up, and it would linger in the garage. And after having a look, after removing the air filter like I have here, I found out it was a fuel pressure actuator, or electro-hydraulic actuator, which I think measures the fuel pressure for your fuel injection. It's mechanical fuel injections on these cars, which is bloody marvellous, because who wants any electronic rubbish if you can get out of it? The actuator is located here. It only has two star screws holding it on, and that's all it is. But that little actuator cost me 280 Australian dollars, so I wasn't impressed with that. But I'm glad I changed it. It was leaking. The other thing that was wrong with the car was the accelerator cable, and this car has always been serviced by Mercedes, by the way. Nobody ever bothered to adjust anything. The accelerator cable was slack, and I'll just test it a bit now, actually. Right, I just touched it and tested it. It's nice, it's taut. This is on the stop. The micro switch located here is touched, hitting. It's on the stop. And they say you should have 0.05 to 1 mil slack on the cable, so that's pretty nice. The other problem with the car, it was clunking heavily into fourth gear. First, second, third was fine. Well, first and second are pretty well one gear. First is only to move the car. And I noticed that one of the things to fix that little problem, which I'll have a look at now, is a linkage that goes from the accelerator to the transmission. I've just got to look through this camera and try and find it. Hang on. You can see it here quite easily once I got my eye out of the camera. But anyway, there's a ball joint here. Now what you do is you lever that ball joint off. It's pretty tight, really. There she goes. She's off. Now that is supposed to just have a little bit of tension on it, and it's supposed to sit over that ball, and you just push it on that ball there. In this case, my one, I might actually adjust it back a bit. Now, to adjust it, all you do is a thumb screw there, and you just wind it in or out. I think that, don't know if that gave it the length, or try again, just give it a little pull. Yes, that's, so I've wound it back a little bit, and it's amazing. Just a little thing like that will get your transmission changing gears properly. But having said all that, the car still has a slight clunk going into fourth. We know there's nothing wrong with the transmission. It goes down all right, and it depends on the revs when it goes through. So the next thing is to change the transmission fluid and the filter. I just need the ruples now after buying that switch to buy the gasket and the filter, but apparently they don't cost that much at all. Anyway, there you are, my 300E. When we do the transmission fluid, we shall add another video. Okay, bye for now.